Hello, hello.
What's going on, man?
What's happening?
Shit, I call in for the King's Court. What's up?
What's going on then? Talk about it.
Shit, what's the topic of the day?
Hold on one second.
And I got a young lady with me today. This is gonna be real funny. Check this out. Listen,
You got a young lady with you.
hey, listen. Hey, listen. The views and the opinions expressed today are not directly a representation of the person who are expressing them. Okay, that's my disclaimer. All right.
Why you putting a disclaimer out there? What you scared of?
Because I got a young lady right here today. She can chime in too. You better record
Hello,
this shit.
young lady.
This is pre-recorded.
How you doing, young lady?
Hello.
How you doing, honey?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So what's on your mind, young fella?
Shit. Hey man, I want to say why all these girls, you feel me? I want to touch on the topic of marriage proposals for women. That's what I want to touch on today.
Okay. What's your feelings on it?
Man, I think that a woman should most definitely get on her knee and propose to her man. If that's directly her man, you feel me? That's what she think that's her king. It shows support. You feel me? That man has to take care of you. Think about this. Think about this, all right? This man, he has to court you, okay? He has to go find you. And that he has to court you. Okay. Now that he has to take care of you for the rest of your life. Okay. Granted, she's supposed to give you her kid. You're supposed to give her the kids, okay? I mean, you're supposed to give her the seed, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But at the end of the day, you feel me? What's wrong with her? First off, who came up with this? Who came up with this grand idea that that's what the man would do? You feel me?
That a man should propose?
In my Bible, it tells me that the man, you feel me? It goes God, man, woman, child, right?
That's right.
The man, he bows to God, the woman bows to the man, the child bows to the woman. Why we can't get it like this? Why isn't it like this? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think there's several answers to that. First of all, I think that men have become weak, and in our weakness, the woman has increased her strength. And whenever a man is not doing what he's supposed to do, the woman automatically is going to assume both roles because her mind is always going to be, she's naturally, instinctively built to survive and to make sure her children are to survive. If the man perishes, the woman still knows, okay, I still got to feed these babies. I still got to have a roof over my head. So I got to do what I got to do.
Correct.
And men have dropped the ball because we become too complacent and too comfortable allowing another man to take care of our children, by allowing the government to take care of our women. And basically, we've been sitting on our asses feeling sorry for ourselves. And in a lot of areas, we've allowed things, we've allowed money, we've allowed material shit to become our God. So God said, okay, well, you don't love me, to hell with you.
But what they got to do? What they got to do with the woman proposing to the man?
The woman proposing to the man, I think it's a good idea, but I think a lot of women gonna push back on that because the woman is afraid, first, of rejection, and second of all, I think women are too caught up in what other people think. If they told their homegirl, yeah, girl, I proposed to him, they're gonna say, oh, well, you desperate. They're not going to receive that as, oh, you found somebody you really love. You decided enough is enough, and that this is what you wanted for your life. They're not going to see it that way. We've gotten this thing twisted that the woman is the prize and the man is just here. We just out here, but I don't believe that because there's too many of them to be the prize. In order to be a prize, you have to be a commodity. In order to be a commodity, you have to be something rare. If it's 10 women to 1 man, how can the woman be the prize?
Correct.
I don't know. What did your young lady say?
Oh, keep in mind that we are live on Deeper Understanding Podcast with the host. You feel me? We got. By the way, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and introduce. We got. This is Miss Corella Desville.
Okay.
I'm just talking shit. Go ahead. Tell me your name, please, young lady.
My name is Giselle.
All right.
Okay, Giselle.
Hey,
What do you think, honey?
All right.
Max, hi Max. Hello. So I agree with you that women have to wear so many hats and roles these days, having to support themselves and children. A lot of women are single parents because a man can give his sperm and walk away, whereas a woman has to, it's her child, mom's baby, daddy maybe. So
I agree.
women have a lot of roles to play, and I just feel like we bear a lot on our shoulders, and men should see the goodness in us and want to get down on their knee and propose. Like, what's so hard about getting down on your knee and finding a good person and saying, hey, I want to be with you? I see the goodness.
I agree. So then, like you just said, now, why if it's so easy to get down on your knee and propose, why don't women do it more often?
Because we already have so much on our shoulders, more than men, I think.
So because you say you feel burdened down, you shouldn't have to get on your knees to propose to a man.
Yeah, correct.
Do you think?
So what responsibilities does he have?
As a man?
Because I'm already holding myself down and my children. So what responsibilities does he have? Okay, you got to take care of us. 9 times out of 10, we're taking care of ourselves. You're not taking care of us.
Well, do you understand what a man faces when he walks out the door every day?
A man and a black man, yeah.
Okay.
A world that doesn't support them, yeah.
Well, I see, I hear women say that all the time, but I really don't think women understand what we have to look at when we go through the door. When we leave out that door, between that time we leave and we come home, well, I won't say, I'll just say me.
Hey, hold on, excuse me. I mean, your mic is messing up, sir.
It's messing up again. Okay. All right, I think I got to shorten this cord. Give me 1 second.
Listen, man, you don't mind me asking this shit. It's cold.
My aunt and my mom helped season it.
All right, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just say this for me. When I go to work, I go in a good mood, good spirit. I'm prayed up. But then during the course of the day, I'm being called, nigger, I've been called, bitches. I had people cuss out my mama's name. You try to do a good job and you're faced with ridicule. You got pressure from the boss man. Your children are bugging you about money. You got all this stuff going on. And then at the end of the day, you still have to smile. You still have to walk with your back straight, with your head up. And then you come home to a woman and then she wants to nag you about the smallest of things. So the man carries a lot of burden. I mean, that's a lot. When people say, well, he just supposed to provide. Well, providing, that's a heavy load to provide for more than yourself. And knowing that the money that you do get, it just don't go straight to you. You got to plan not just for tomorrow, but the next month, the next year, basically, almost, if you're being responsible as a man. So there's a lot of pressure and concerns with being a man in this day and time. But like I said, I agree with you.
There's a lot of pressure being a woman in this day and age and time. So I walk out my door, I go to a job where if you ask questions, you're seen as difficult, or if you have an opinion, you're bossy, or you are seen as all these negative things. And in my case, I can't even get a promotion at my job because somebody doesn't like me. They don't even know me. They haven't sat in front of my face for a total of 2 hours over the last 5 years that I worked at this place, yet they don't like me because of maybe an interaction I've had with one person. So
hold on, stop right there.
So let me
was this interaction positive or negative?
For me, I question a lot of things. That's just me. I'm very inquisitive, I'm curious, and I also, if I see a way to do things better, I would say, why can't we do it this way? X, Y, and Z. Like,
wait a minute, baby. You didn't answer the question.
People sometimes.
you didn't answer the question, baby. Was it a positive interaction?
That one interaction, yeah, with the person I'm having personal issues with. No, I never had a negative interaction with her, in my view. But in her view, it was negative because I asked questions.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, in general, women, we go through BS too at work, and then we have to.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
So there's a debate between responsibility and being appreciative.
I think both sexes want to be appreciated, and I think sometimes that's a huge problem because everybody's tallying up what they do and say, well, I did this, and well, I did this, and I'm do this, I'm do that, and you don't support this, you don't support. I mean, you can go back. We can go back and forth on that all day. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, your question was about proposal. I think, and I hope we get more people calling in about this. Let me see if we got nobody. No, we ain't got nobody else. If, like I said, and I would love for your young lady to debate this part. If there's 10 women to one man, does that not make that man more important than those 10 women? Just in a mathematical sense. Hello?
Only for one reason. Yeah.
So yes, correct?
For one reason, yeah.
Okay. So if that man...
If women don't want children, then no.
Well, I mean, but you want them. We're not talking about children. We're talking about, do you want this man? Do you want this man to be your husband?
So I come from the viewpoint that I can do anything a man can do other than impregnate myself. So
also, you want them strong, independent types. You don't need no man.
Yeah, I don't need a man.
Oh,
I want a man.
why don't you need a man, baby?
What do I need? I take care of myself.
Excuse me.
I just bought a house last year.
I want to let y'all know that we are still live on the Deeper Understanding podcast with my man Tyshawn. Max, we are live. Go ahead. Tell me.
And we have a conversation. We've had this conversation over and over again. Like, I think it's better to be wanted and not needed, but I don't need a man. Like, I've made it 33 years without having a husband. Like, I pay my bills. I'm able to survive without a man. So I want a man, but I don't need you to survive. No.
So where does this concept of not needing a man come? Where does this come from for women? Like, when do we get to the point? And I've talked about this in another show. When do we get to the point to where we feel like we don't need one another? Like, do women not understand how this thing is supposed to go? Like, seriously, do you believe in God, young lady?
I do.
Okay, do you need God or do you want God?
I need God.
Okay. Do you know man is God?
I know the Holy Spirit dwells in both man and woman.
No, baby. The Bible don't say that. I asked you, did you know that man is God?
So are you saying that God is a man?
No, I'm not saying God is a man, although I do believe he is a man. I'm saying, just like Deontay quoted earlier, if God is the head of man, just hear me out. If God is the head of man, and man is the head, and man is the head of the woman, is that not God? Is not man the God of woman?
No. Trying to twist it, get it twisted. No. Man is man, and God is God. No, man is not
tell me
God.
what you told me. So she got this little sandwich, but she said that the woman is closer to God than the man. So the philosophy, she has a philosophy. Go ahead.
I feel like women are closer to Jesus because we bleed every month, and he bled on the cross for 3 days and got up. And
oh my God! Wow! Oh my God! That's interesting. That's very interesting. You mind if I use that one day, young lady, in my show?
Sure, go for it.
Oh my goodness. Y'all bleed every month, and because you bleed, that means you're
and we get back up.
I don't think y'all bleed quite as much as Jesus bled, but okay.
Respect the opinion, though.
I respect it. Hey, I've never heard that before. I totally respect that. That's very interesting.
Very.
That's very, very interesting. Wow.
So you see what you're dealing with, sir. So
yeah, I see you dealing with a woman supremacist. She's a feminist.
Hey man, we're gonna get them reformed, man. We gotta get them reformed, bro.
She's a feminist, but that's all good.
If man is over women, then men have really, like you said, they have become weak. I don't.
Yes, men are weak. But do you respect?
They're not weak.
Do you respect divine order then?
In my core, I want to, but no.
Well, then how can you believe the Bible? And this is what God intended it. This is what he wanted, not us.
First off, not every woman in the Bible was married. So
that's true. But do you agree?
It isn't for everyone.
Do you agree that if in the Bible, if you laid with someone that became your wife or your husband?
I think that might have only been.
Again, that's in the scripture. Now, if you don't believe the Bible,
Oh, I believe the Bible, but like a lot of people, I guess I cherry pick what I believe. Well, not believe, but just understand that in that time period, they didn't deal with what we have now. Like they didn't have contraceptives in the Bible.
that's
The
because
Bible didn't
contraceptives
have
are a
that.
sin. They're a sin, baby.
Mm.
That's man-made.
Okay, so you believe in the Bible?
Absolutely.
Have you fornicated outside of marriage?
Yes.
Okay, so that sin is okay?
Yes. You want me to show you why? You want me to show you why?
Why?
If you look at the, I forget what book it's in, but basically, God gave an order to a man to impregnate his sister-in-law because his brother had passed.
Yeah, died in a war or something. Yeah.
Okay, so he told this man to nut in his sister-in-law so that the bloodline can keep going. He told the man, do not spill your seed on the ground and to impregnate your sister-in-law. So therefore, he wasn't married to her, but he still fornicated with her. And God, the man, he commanded it.
So you just said that wasn't his wife. Did they become husband and wife after?
No, he was just supposed to get her pregnant.
Okay.
The only reason why the story has any validity was because the man was being disobedient.
So did God tell you personally to go out and impregnate people?
Yes.
You personally?
Yes.
When did he tell you this? I'm curious.
He said to be fruitful and multiply. How did you multiply?
So he told you to lay with multiple women.
Yes. Yes. He said be fruitful and multiply.
Then that's not a sin.
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was. You said it was wrong.
Oh shit. Hey, so let me ask you something.
Oh, wait a minute. Camera acting stupid.
So what
Fornication.
fornication is a sin?
Yeah, I believe that's what you just said. I got quiet because I was thinking about what we just said, and I could have sworn you just said fornication was a sin.
No.
Okay. So my question is this, okay? Is what constitutes a marriage?
What constitutes a marriage is an agreement between the man and the woman. See, you're married way before you go before a pastor, way before you apply for a marriage license. That, once again, those things are man-made.
Okay.
So you have to decide as a man and woman in the eyes of God, in the sight of God, saying, okay, God, I believe this is the woman that you gave to me. God, I believe this is the man you gave to me. And I'm going to honor them because I love you. And because I love you, I'm not going to cheat on them. I'm not going to hurt them. I'm going to always have their best interest first and foremost in my mind and in my heart. So I think today's marriages get messed up because one, they don't want to be married. They just want to have a wedding. They just want to have a reception. That's the first mistake. And then the second mistake in that is you don't really know who you get married to. People are together for a year and a half and decide, well, I'm going to give my life to this person. And then you ain't got rid of none of your selfishness. You ain't got rid of none of that individuality. You know, marriage is about becoming one flesh, not two separate people. It's not about two separate people. Well, I'm the woman, I got this idea. Well, I'm the man, no, you walking together. You the right leg, you the left leg.
In other words, he the head, she the neck.
Absolutely.
But you
Well,
just
I would
said
say,
outside.
he's the head and she's the body.
Wow.
She's the heartbeat. He's the brain. She's the heartbeat. That's why women are more emotional than men. Men are more, I wouldn't say smarter.
That's when they become one. She said, but when you just said that they're supposed to be side by side.
Left leg, right leg.
They most definitely are a unity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that only comes with, when they become spiritually inclined, emotionally inclined.
That's why he said, be ye equally yoked. That means you have to be able to walk side by side in the same step, not walking in front of her, not walking behind her at the same time.
Wow, you heard that?
Right.
You heard him?
But it's also the woman's responsibility to support her man. That's why she comes from the rib. The rib is a supportive, protective bone of the body. That you're not the head, baby. I'm sorry. Women think they're the head of the. You're not supposed to be the head.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I don't think I'm the head.
No, never happened.
I don't think I'm the head, but I haven't met a head that I'm willing to attach as a neck to or a body to.
Oh,
so
shit.
See, so okay, that's very interesting.
Body is operating fine without a head. I'm like the headless horseman. What? Okay. So we think. So what role is the man supposed to play in a woman's life?
What role?
Yes.
He's the head.
What does that mean? What does being the head mean?
See, God gave man logic. That means man understands, if I do this, this is going to happen. Correct. Not if I do this, I hope this happens, or I wish this happens. That's how the thought process of a lot of women, because they're using their feelings and their hopes and their dreams. A man understands, if I don't pay my bills, I'm getting put the fuck out.
I understand that as well.
Okay. Well, a lot of women don't. A lot of women be like, well, I ain't got the money, but I think I can get it. If I go out here and I trap my pussy a little bit, or if I go out here and talk to this dude, he'll give me 200 on it. I mean, it gets complicated. I think a lot of these women, I do admit, I think men have fallen off and women have had to increase their territory. But I think a smart woman knows when to humble herself and understand, I'm not the head of this man. I'm not the head of my house. I'm not the head of the family. My job is be number two. I'm not the captain. I'm the commander. I'm second. I'm not the captain.
There you go. Shit, you the co, you the pilot, she the stewardess.
That's right.
I understand that concept, but I don't see a lot of great heads out here. Like they don't operate with logic. They operate with their other head.
Well, see, that was my next question, baby. Are you playing house with fools, or are you actually with a real man? That's the only question you can answer.
So my question is this, okay? You're not a woman who can actually understand logic. You're a woman who understands emotion, okay? Because you're built off emotion, okay? So how can you express the role of a man if you're not a man? You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
If you're not logical, if you don't have a logical sense, same thing like the Wizard of Oz, right? Our man say, hey man, if I only had a brain, I could only do this, right?
Right.
Well, shit. The other one, he got a brain, right? He just said, "Hey, man, if I only had a heart."
Right.
So they both got what each other what each other need.
Exactly.
Okay. But where does she get the point where she can tell that man, "Hey, man, what you're doing is not logical. It's not logical." How can a woman tell you that? If I can't say to a woman, hey, you shouldn't cry about this situation. Okay.
Well, the analogy you using is very interesting, because if you look at the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy never told those men they didn't have what they needed. She just supported them to the point to when they came to the realization that they already had what they needed the whole time. Woo. She let them think whatever they thought. If they think they didn't have a brain, even though she might have believed that they did, Nowhere in that movie did Dorothy said, "No, Scarecrow, you got a brain. You don't need to go to the Wizard of Oz for that." She never told the Tin Man, "Tin Man, you got a heart. You don't need to go to him for that." Because they felt inadequate within themselves, that they felt like they didn't have those things. She didn't tear them down in front of, first of all, in front of other men. And second of all, she didn't question them. She said, "Okay, well, if you feel like you don't have it, let's go get to this man who I know can give it to us."
Yeah, let's talk to the candy man real quick.
Exactly. So that's a very good analogy. But I think women should take a cue from Dorothy in that. Dorothy never did overstep her bounds. She stayed within her place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you guys know that you are tuned into the Deeper Understanding podcast. All right. So you are on the King's Court segment where live people.
I want you to know I wasn't going to talk about this. I was going to talk about something else, but this is very interesting. I don't mind. I was going to talk about, and maybe a young lady can chime in on this. And have y'all seen what they're doing to Monique, because she said that these hoes don't need to be wearing bonnets no more out in the public?
Don't need to be wearing what?
Bonnets.
Bonnets.
She said young women shouldn't be wearing bonnets in public because they should carry themselves with enough pride that they don't need that stuff.
I agree. The standard of the woman that's just a staple in there. State of woman is most definitely degrading, and that's just another staple point in it. Yeah, hell yeah, she's right with that one.
Well, I wasn't going to talk about, my subject wasn't going to be about if she was right or wrong.
Oh, okay.
My actual subject is going to be about why is it that have we as Black people, have we as a people got to a point to where we can't be corrected anymore? That we can't be told, "Hey, you shouldn't be doing that anymore. You shouldn't be doing that," or "Baby, you should try this instead of doing that." Have we gone past the point of correction? In particularly the Black woman, has she gotten to the point to where she can't be corrected by a elder Black woman?
Woo!
Come on, Mr. Independent. I know you listening. Come on.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means?
Are you done?
Nah, I ain't.
I'm waiting for him to be done. You done?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm a different type of woman, and I hang around different type of women who, my crew, we listen to our elders, we respect our elders, and we aren't above correction. I don't know, I feel like this younger generation, I don't know how they're being brought up. Honestly, I can't brush all women with a broad paintbrush. We're all different. Some of us still respect our elders and still are open to good critiques. It just depends on what the critique is and if it's coming from a place of love as well. Because if you sometimes people can try to critique you from a place of their insecurities, and try to hold you back from doing things based on their self-esteem. So you have to be discerning in who you listen to and why they are telling you things. But overall, I don't think that all Black women are above correction. No.
Well, see, I think we are going to that point, because my thing is this, and Deontay can attest to this. I'm 40 years old. Okay.
Deontay.
You?
I'm 40 years old, and his mama can call me right now. If I call his mama, she's gonna correct me on something. She's gonna find something I need to be doing better. If I call his daddy, he's gonna give me something he's gonna give me some correction.
Bring all them into this situation.
Because I'm saying this in a way of, why is it that we have to give Black women sugar with the medicine? Why can't we just give them medicine sometimes and not be so concerned about, or is it coming from a good place? Of course it's coming from a good place, because if somebody takes their time to tell you, "Hey, baby, I don't think you're doing the right thing," or "Baby, you need to do this differently,"
Mhm.
That's automatically coming from a place of love.
No, it's not. Sometimes it
Because
comes from the place of them not loving themselves and trying
no,
to love
oh
others.
my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
and the people you just said,
Right.
and the people you just listed are what, your family members, people who care about you. Sometimes it's not coming from people who know you or care about you, not family members, and they're just coming from a place of their own insecurities. Yeah. And
No, 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 no,
everyone has
no.
an opinion, and a lot of people like to share their opinions, weren't asked for or not asked for. So I think it depends on the situation and the person.
I disagree with that because I've had people I hardly know come up and give me correction. I mean, I've always believed, again, we can go back to the Bible. The Bible says foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. We all somebody's child, no matter how old we get. But the rod of correction will drive it far from them. Sometimes that rod of correction is a stern word. Sometimes it is just an ass chewing. And I mean, I've had coworkers chew me up. I've had bosses chew me up. People at church. Uh, I mean, I think we get to a point to where we don't want nobody. I know black women don't want nobody saying that to their kids. So now we going into the point to now they don't need to be told anything by anybody. Because the first one, and Deacon attest to this, I've been talking about black women need to do this different things for a minute. And I've been told straight up to my face, you ain't qualified to say anything to us because you're not a woman. Okay, fine. I'm not. But then when another woman says, babies, you don't need to be out in public with a bonnet, they're talking about canceling this woman. They done lost respect for her. Like, really? Like, don't people understand that you don't have to say anything? Sometimes you just let somebody jump off the cliff. But if you really care about them, you're going to tell them, hey, there's a cliff right there. You might want to slow your ass down.
So what's wrong with the bonnet?
What's wrong with a bonnet?
Mm-hmm. Wearing a bonnet out in public.
What's wrong with it?
Yes.
What's wrong with the great sweat band?
I personally do not like to see all women in bonnets out in public because to me, it looks like laziness. It looks like ratchetness. I think black women, especially the generation, the women that raised me, they all took the time to do something to their hair. Even if they had to put a ball cap on it, they still brushed their hair back, put a ball cap on. My mom used to do that all the time. So I understand you might not always have the time, you might not always have the skill set to do your hair all the time. But to throw a bonnet on your head, something that you wear at home in the bed, I mean, it just looked like you got out of bed and just went out the house. You didn't wash your face, you damn sure didn't wash your ass, and you just threw this damn hat on to go to the damn grocery store to be seen by other people. And I mean, I think that you should have some type of pride in how you look and how you present yourself to the world.
So you assume that she wore this bonnet to bed, woke up in this bonnet. So she couldn't have woke up, had one bonnet on, and then decided, hey, I'm gonna go to the store and put a different bonnet. Like maybe she did.
Shit.
You're just making an assumption.
Shit.
An assumption that she got up out the bed with the bonnet and left at the house. She could have got
Let me
up,
tell you something.
Let me tell you something. That bonnet on as a hat and walked out the house.
Let me tell you something.
Made an assumption that this
sweetheart, I don't mean no harm.
This particular thing on her head, she wore to bed. She wore this to bed.
Honey, I don't mean no harm. But if a woman gets up out of bed and she throws the bonnet on to go out, that's even worse than going to bed with it on. Because that means
bonnet different from a ball cap, different from a sun hat. It's just a type of head covering.
Right.
Because you can wear scarves, you can wear wraps. When you just have a bonnet on, that's something that, okay, if I walked out the house, a 40-year-old man with a shower cap on, and you gonna look at me like, what the hell is wrong with that fool? What the hell you got a shower cap on for? That's something you wear in a shower. A bonnet is something that you wear in the house or going to bed in. Not Granny, and Deontay could attest to this. My granny used to wear roller bags. or whatever the hell you are today. Granny used to wear roller bags. Granny didn't go out the house with them roller bags on her head.
Okay, yeah, you must have been correct, man. But I want to let everybody know y'all still tuned in to the Deeper Understanding. All right, with your boy Tyshawn just selling Max. We don't know who Beyonce is, but shit, it is what it is.
Are you live on something else or something? Are you using this or something else?
They call me Casanova, Mr. Stick Your Girl. That's my name.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what up?
So I take it.
For me, it just sounds like you don't like the physical representation of what this particular item, I guess, represents. Because I know people who don't wear bonnets, but damn sure have just rolled out of bed and did not clean their ass, and so they're not taking care of themselves. But just because I roll out of bed, don't wash the ass, put on other clothes, maybe the same clothes they wore the night before, and walked out the house and went to the store and performed tasks. So you're not really seeing the nastiness of them, but you just see a bonnet and assume that a person is not.
You can damn sure smell it. You can smell it.
No.
You can smell that because I sure smelled it this week. I smelled a ton of women this week who did not wash their ass and came out to the club. But I digress. You must wear bonnets, young lady. You wear bonnets, honey?
I wear them to bed, yes, but I don't really wear them outside.
So then how can you, so then if you don't wear them outside, why are you defending these wenches for wearing bonnets outside? Because
I will defend people's right to express themselves however they feel, do whatever they want. Do whatever, it's their bodies, it's their lives, do what you want. You don't want people telling you what to do and how to live. So who am I to tell a woman don't go outside in a bonnet because you look trifling to some people? To me, I don't think it looks trifling. To me, do whatever the hell you want. You live in America.
So, okay.
So that's just going, people are basing their opinions on, I really feel like when people have a problem with something, it's just how they feel about themselves. Do whatever makes you happy. So
you don't do it, but you want other people to do it, correct?
I don't do it because it's not my style, but if it's somebody else's style, more power to them.
Why is it not your style?
Because I like to expose my hair. I like to expose my head to the sun, to the rain, whatever. It's just, have I walked out? I don't know. I just haven't walked out in a bonnet. No.
How would you feel if you did walk out in a bonnet? Would you feel confident? Would you feel proud?
I will try it and I'll let you know.
Don't do that.
I will try it. But I think I would feel judged, and that's not a good feeling. That's not a right feeling. It's not right to judge people.
Why? What's wrong with judgment?
What benefit do we give?
If you commit a crime, you're gonna stand before a judge to be judged.
Those are two different things.
No, it ain't.
No, it ain't. Outside is out.
Whether we do it consciously or subconsciously, we judge other people when we see them. I'm sorry. That's the fact of life. I'll be the first to admit, I judge people every single day. I get paid to judge people. I have to discern whether this person is too intoxicated, they're homeless, all these things. So yeah, we judge. We don't have no choice.
You discern. How did
you have to see?
Ask them, are you homeless?
No, I look at their appearance. I look at their attire. If it's a man, I look to see if he's shaven. I look to see what kind of shoes he has on, what condition his shoes are in. If his clothes are too big for him, I have to judge all that. Because if he's a smaller guy with bigger clothes, that means he's homeless. He's wearing somebody else's pants.
Well, that's not quite
that could be his style.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not talking about.
Somebody that's your home.
I'm not talking about they baggy. I'm talking about somebody my size, and Max, you know how big I am, versus a damn midget. Basically, they look like they can dive in the pants and swim in them.
Well, let me ask you this. You feel me? Because one thing I was looking at the other day was you got Adam Sandler, right? So they showed a picture of Adam Sandler. All he do is walking around in a damn t-shirt and some boxing, basketball shorts all damn day, right?
Okay.
And this man, he worth at least let's say at best 20 million. We'll just say, I know he worth way much more than that, but we say he's just worth 20 million, right?
Okay.
Okay. So naked eye, if somebody who never watched the movie, they would say that man is homeless coming from your point of view, right?
Yes.
But for the
And also you got to understand which area of town I work in too. I mean, and the population of homelessness down there.
But still, you can't judge a person's status of certain things based on, you can't judge just based on.
I'm telling you, sweetheart, I do this every day for a living. I have to. I have to. I have to judge if somebody can physically walk on their own. We have to judge. We have to judge, and I know this probably going to upset some people. We have to judge if a woman is really a woman, because we do have transgenders that come in often, and we got to make sure they're going to the correct bathroom. So, I mean, we have to do these things. We judge people every day. When you see a girl with some bad shoes on, you say, girl, I like your shoes. You sizing her up. That's judging.
All right, so funny story. So I'm dating Max here.
The fuck? Why everybody tell our business, man?
So I'm dating Max.
My name is Jabu Al-Jabbar.
You just said your name was Max.
I never met this woman. I've never been on this podcast before.
Honey, I want to tell you this too, honey. I'm praying for you because I know you dating my cousin, and I know how he can be. Matter of fact, I chewed him out. I chewed him out last week. Matter of fact, last Friday, because I told him he was not being the king of the castle. But you go ahead.
You're tripping. Yeah, you're tripping. You're tripping.
Okay, so our first date. So for me, dating, you're trying to present your best self. In my opinion, when you're dating, you're courting, you're trying to, impress the person that you're trying to date. Our first date, I arrived in a nice dress. I had my heels on. My hair was cute. I was looking cute. And Max here showed up in a hoodie. And I just felt like he wasn't trying to impress me. I just felt like I wasn't worth maybe getting dressed up for. So I said something to him. And the first thing out of Max's mouth was, does the man make the clothes, or do the clothes make the man?
So you judged him, correct?
I didn't judge him, no.
You said you felt like he wasn't his best.
His opinion of me. I judged his respect of me in the situation. That's what I judged, or I questioned his seriousness of the situation.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
And so I say all that to say he is a wonderful man, and he wears horrible clothes and shoes. And I would have missed out if I really had judged him based on that. I don't really think we should judge people based on their clothing, their exterior.
Okay. So you saying you don't judge people on what they got on?
No.
So
I'm really a person of character, and that's why I still date Max, because I do see his wonderful character. He is a man of value. He has values.
He's got value.
Yeah, he has values.
Did he give you some? Did he give you some of his weed or something?
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Hey, let me ask you something though. What does this have to do with a woman wearing a bonnet? You feel me?
Because you're judging her. You don't know what she's been through, what she's doing, who she is, based on the thing on her head. And you gonna get mad at her because she has something on her head that you don't like.
Can I ask you? Well, then let me interject this. Is it that difficult to take that damn bonnet off and comb your hair?
To be honest,
Or lack thereof. and maybe lack thereof as well. You know, let's be honest. Go ahead.
To be honest, I hate doing my hair. So,
Then why not cut it off?
huh?
Why not cut it off?
Honestly, I don't think I have a face to go bald. But I get my hair done. So I found that's the solution I chose. That's the route I choose. I go get my hair done.
Okay.
Or I will buy a wig. That's what I choose to do as Giselle. And that's what makes me feel confident and happy in my skin. It's not based on what you want from me. So
Mm.
Mm.
But then again, you didn't answer my question. Is it that difficult to snatch that bonnet off and comb your hair back?
for some women, yes.
Why?
Well, I would say for African American women, our hair is kinky, coily. It breaks off easily because lack of moisture. I don't feel like we have been, as women, have been taught proper hair care, our natural hair. I know, perms were really popular in the 90s. And then you have the Jerry curl in the 80s. It's just, but now we're trying to go this whole natural route, and we don't really know how to. Yeah, for some women don't really know how to style the hair and manage their hair. So yes, for some women, yes, it is difficult.
Hold that thought. I gotta go get my food. Hold on.
Hey, I want to let y'all know y'all just tuned in to the Deeper Understanding podcast.
All righty. Oh, come on, camera. Don't do that. There we go. All right, y'all muted yourself. You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I want to let you know that the views and the expressions, the point of views expressed today are not direct reflection of the host, our hosties.
I stand by what I say.
And look, you're on the Deeper Understanding podcast with your boy Tyshawn.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the plug. But I mean, I don't like bonnets because, like I said, I didn't grow up in a household like that. Like Max's mama, she didn't wear bonnets out in public. My mama, our other aunts, our grandmother, we didn't see that. So, and I understand, and this generation is more acceptable for whatever reason. But it's just hard for me to understand the logic as to why, you would just rather put a bonnet on your damn head than actually go.
Way men walk around here with baggy pants.
And I can't stand that either.
Okay, but that's their fashion choice, and
but see, but to get back to my original point, because I saw a young man last night, he had his whole entire asshole out. And just like Monique, I went to that young man and said, young fella, you got to pull your pants up, man. I said, you can't even dance with the girl because your pants are down to your damn ankles. Pull your pants up. We don't need to see all that. That's for her to see. He didn't say I was judging him. He didn't say I was being harsh and I should have gave him some sugar with this medicine. He said, I appreciate it, and pulled his pants up. So like I said, that's the reason why I want to do this show, is because I want to question: are we, as black women, got to the point to where they don't want to be told anything by anybody?
So it's just a black woman thing?
As far as correction, do black women just not want to be corrected anymore?
So
Because
black
they're
women are
being,
open to correction?
I mean, are you, because it sounds like to me, if you correct them, you're judging, you're you meddling, you need to mind your own business, but I'm grown, you can't tell me nothing, and all that kind of thing. Like, what's the end game? What's the end result?
So black men don't do that when they're corrected?
From my perspective, every young black man that I've corrected were either receptive to the correction or they accepted it, and maybe, they didn't dismiss it. They might not have liked it, but they didn't just say, "Oh man, you meddling, you don't know what the fuck you talking about."
Right. At least came back and say, "Hey man, what's up?" If you're in the right, they'll come back and say, "Hey man, Unky was right," or
I mean, I talk to young men all day long, every day. All my coworkers are almost 20 years younger than me, almost all of them. And I talk to them every day about everything: life, family, having kids. I talk to Max. I talk to, because that's how you grow. And they know it's coming from a place of love. I'm not telling them something I wouldn't want them to tell me if the shoes were reversed.
What kind of women do you hang around?
I don't hang around black women that often. Particularly not because I don't want to, but because where I work at, there's not a lot of black women down there. But when I do see them, I do have a sense of embarrassment because I see the fuzzy slippers. I see the long ass unnatural eyelashes. I see these long ass lace fronts and units, whatever they call. And I see these damn bonnets. And they're out here in the midst of thousands of white people. And I'm seeing these white folks' faces when they look at them. They loud, they ratchet, they tatted up from their feet up to their neck, and some of them even their face. Their lips are black. They smell like everything. And it's like, okay, is this what we want the world to see us as? When I know that's not what they was taught. Or hopefully that's not what they was taught.
Where do you go?
I work in downtown Nashville. I don't go out like that anymore. I done got too old to be going out and kicking it and all that. I don't do that.
From what I'm hearing, it's a very limited.
Prime example, I went to Walmart today to get some water and stuff like that. As soon as I was walking up, this woman, another sister, walks up, don't say hello, don't say excuse me, sir. I got, hey, can I use your phone right quick? My battery died. I'm like, hey, is that how you talk to somebody? And of course, she had a bonnet on. She had on some fuzzy slippers. I overlooked all that, let her use the phone. She, instead of calling the person and just talking to him right there and saying, hey, my phone dead, I'll call you when I get to the house, this woman proceeds to walk off with my phone and have a private conversation. I finally get my phone back. Do you think she said thank you? Do you think she said bye? Go in Walmart, lady at the front desk asking for food because she was charged the extra $2. I'm like, really? She talking about shutting the place down over $2. Go to where the water is. A woman, again, another sister. Don't say hello. How you doing, sir? Can you get that for me? Hand that to me. You tall enough. No, I mean, is this how we interact with one another? Is this a place of love? Is this black love now?
Well, I'm sorry you had those experiences, and so I'm sad that your pool of examples is so limited, or you don't.
No, baby, it's not limited. This is what we see every day.
Mm, I see differently.
You do?
I do.
Well, what'd you see?
Maybe because of where I go and who I'm around. I see Black women with manners, Black women who carry themselves with confidence, get their hair done, get their nails done. Not really lashes. The women that I hang around are really natural, but they have a sense of, they're not cuckoo. We're not cuckoo. We just require a lot from people. Men
What does that
and
mean?
women.
Wait a minute. What does that mean?
We have standards and requirements on
And
how people are going to treat us.
what's the standard and requirement?
For my relationship, for example, if you want to be the leader, then you need to act like a leader and show restraint, show discipline, show that you value me and this relationship. Max will say all the time he had to work hard to be in a relationship with me, or even to get me to bed. Yeah. It took him a while because I'm not out here busting it for everyone. That's not me.
I mean,
that's not really the women that I hang around with.
I mean, that's honorable, but see, this is my thing. It's funny to me. Women always got the answer for what a man should do, how he should be. But then when we tell y'all, hey, this is a problem, oh, you're judging us. Oh, you shouldn't say that about a woman. You don't understand what we go through. But did they have all these lofty, high, like you said, expectations, standards, whatever? And it's good to have standards. I'm not taking that away from nobody. But why can't a man have a standard? Why can't I have standards that I don't want no woman with no bonnet?
You can have that standard.
Okay.
Have that standard. That is your standard, but you shouldn't judge her for it. You shouldn't assume things about her because of that. Have your standard of what you want around you. That's cool, but don't judge other people for what they do. You wouldn't want to be judged. Why do you have what's that man's name? Oh, the rapper, Rick Ross. You have a Rick Ross beard. So are you dealing drugs?
Yes. Not just playing now.
I could easily make that assumption.
But I mean, that's fine. I don't care what people think. People can judge. I get judged.
You don't care what people think. They don't care what people think about them and their bonnet.
So you saying bonnets now is the standard hairstyle for the sisters?
No, I'm not saying it's a standard hairstyle for the sisters. No, I'm saying if that woman wants to wear a bonnet out, let her wear her damn bonnet out and not judge her for it. Leave her alone. You want to wear your beard like that? Cool. That's your style. I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone. Do whatever you want.
But guess what though? The beard is natural. It ain't covered up with no mask. That's all I'm saying. I don't even care if your hair nappy. Be proud of it.
Okay, so that same girl wearing the bonnet, you're going to see her out with her hair nappy. You're not going to judge her.
No. Okay. There's a girl out there in the bar last night. She had her hair out natural. It wasn't shaped. It wasn't styled. She just had her hair natural. And I was in love with her. Mm-hmm. I wanted to touch it.
So that's you and your preference, Greggy. Oh.
Okay, well, what we talking?
My man saw me one day. What were we doing? We were driving separate cars and he saw me with my afro. He didn't like my afro. But did I stop wearing my afro? Did I stop wearing my afro? No, I didn't. No, because I didn't care. But
so what he wants don't matter?
I would say yes and no.
Wow.
Because what I want doesn't matter to him sometimes.
Hey, but don't let this little podcast get you fucked up, man. All right?
Because what I
Wow.
want doesn't matter sometimes. So
Hey, don't
I
let this
will
little
I will
podcast-
admit sometimes we are tit for tat and it's not healthy. We're working on it. We do tit for tat.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
we'll tune in next week, man. You hear me?
So basically, what you're saying is you feel like Monique was out of order for telling young women, babies, you take them bonnets off your head.
Yeah.
I feel like that's her opinion. I don't feel like she was out of order. Okay, cool. Nobody's telling us we have to listen to her. Nobody's forcing us to follow her opinion. So I don't get up in arms with people. I'm not with all this cancel culture. I don't think we should cancel people completely off of one thing they've said, unless it's like really detrimental to someone. For example, if a racist white person or a white person is out in public and they do something racist, yet their job is to is like in social work or something to help people, help minorities, then yeah, I have an issue because that really shows your character. And are you really giving the best of your service to the minorities in which you are supposed to be serving? Yeah, I take issue with that. But if someone, I don't know, the cashier at Walmart says something, I don't care. Count me my coins, make sure they're correct, and let's be on our way. I know. And I'm not going to be like, you need to be fired. No.
So once again, the black woman cannot be corrected, not even by her own.
She can.
But you just said y'all don't have to listen to her. So what's the point of her saying anything if y'all ain't gonna listen?
Why do I need to listen to Monique?
Because
Who is
she's
Monique
telling.
in my life? Does Monique pay my
okay.
bills?
Well, you gonna let me answer? As a black woman, how old are you, honey?
I'm 33.
You're 33. She's 53 years old, meaning she's old enough to be your mother. She is an elder in our community. She has some standing in our community. Just like Dr. King ain't related to none of us. Yet he's still celebrated and regal in our communities. And in a lot of cases, people listened to what he was saying at the time because it was coming from a place of love. I don't understand how we got to the point to where when somebody says something to us out of love and in a corrective manner, it's abusive, it's judgmental. I mean, like I said, I grew up my whole life, even to this day. If I call my grandmother right now, she's 85 years old. If I call her, she's going to tell me what I need to be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, where I've been at. She's going to do that. That's what she does. But I also understand it's not coming from a place of, I'm judging what you're doing with your life and you should be doing better. It's a place of love because she wants to see me successful in life. Not for her benefit, not for her glorification, but just to see me do well. And as a whole, as a people, we've gotten to a place where we don't want to listen to our elders anymore, telling us, even if we don't even know them. Because it was many times as a child, somebody I didn't know had to tell me something. But we got to the point now we don't want to be told anything. We don't want anybody to say anything to our child, even if our child is completely out of order. You better not say shit. You better not even look at them throwing a fit. But now as adults, we don't want nobody telling us something as simple as, hey, baby, you don't need the bonnet. I tell brothers all the time, brothers, pull your pants up. Go get your hair. Don't walk around with your hair looking a mess. I understand you can't always get your hair braided or twist, whatever the hell they do to the dreads. Put a ball cap on. Do something. Don't come out just being a mess, just to be a mess. Especially when you're going into a grocery store, you're going to the airport. Well, come on. Where do we draw the line? We don't see white women walking around with bonnets on. I don't see Asian women walking around with bonnets on. I don't see Mexican women walking around with bonnets on.
And that's what I think, and that's ultimately the big problem. If I'm understanding the situation correctly from different points of views, if women are up in arms about it, it's because from my understanding, it would be like we're having to conform to a European standard of beauty.
Oh, hell.
And a European standard of what is right and what is wrong. Why
So
is it so wrong? What is wrong about it?
So these eyelashes these women are wearing, is a European making them wear these eyelashes, or are they choosing to wear them?
Black women are choosing to wear them.
Okay. These long wigs that go down to the crack of their ass, is a European making them wear them, or are they choosing to wear them?
They're choosing to wear them.
And Monique brought up a very good point. She's like, just a couple of years ago, Black women were all up in arms because they were being told in the professional workplace, you can't wear traditional Black styles. You can't wear braids. You can't wear your dreads. You can't wear your kinky twist. You can't walk around with the afro. And then you actually got rights and bills saying you can wear your hair any way you want to. And then you cover that shit up with a damn bonnet. So why was you fussing and complaining that you wanted to be your natural womanhood, but then you turn around and put a damn bonnet on now?
So did this woman go to work in a bonnet?
She said that she saw
two separate.
I've seen women, yes, I have seen women come to work with a bonnet on. Yes. Yes. So I don't want to hear about this European standard of beauty, because we are telling you, the Black men are telling you, baby, I want you in your natural state. I don't want them damn lashes on your face. I can't even kiss you with them damn things on because they poking my eye out. I don't want you with that long ass lace front unit, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't want it on your head. I want to feel the naps on your in your kitchen. I want you in your natural Black beautiful state. It's the Black woman who keeps choosing to be in this European.
I just gave you the example. I had my afro out. My boyfriend saw me and made out in public and made comment to me about my afro and how it was too short.
Well, that's what he wanted. You should have said, okay, baby, how you want it? If this your man,
so wishy-washy.
If this is your man and he's telling you,
okay, so I want to see women out with their afros, but if your man wants you to wear your hair like this, you should wear it like that. It's just
exactly. Why would you go against what he wants?
What about what I want?
That's irrelevant.
Why is his opinion relevant?
Because that's who you love. That's who you spending your life with, right?
And I'm who he loves and who he's spending his life with.
Okay, and you should be able to tell him, I don't want you looking like that. You know why you should be able to say that? And he shouldn't have no problem with it? Because if you his woman, when he leaves that house looking a mess, that's a representation of you. That's a representation of your household. I do believe that's a two-way street there.
Okay, I believe it's a two-way street as well. But is that happening in real life?
Well, see, that's something that y'all have to work out.
But is that really happening?
Well, that's something that y'all have to work out. Me personally, I would expect my woman to look the way I would prefer her to look.
And then you will in turn look the way she wants you to
look? Absolutely, yes. I'll shave my head. If she said, babe, I want you to wear dreads, I will grow my dread. I'll grow my hair for 2 or 3 years. Yes. Because I want her to be proud of the presentation that I'm putting out there of her. Because I know if somebody asks me, you got a girlfriend? Yes. And she let you come out the house looking like that?
So you're being judged?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't mind. Judge me. I don't care. But I'm not
Yes,
gonna
you
be.
do.
But I
Everybody
don't.
cares about being judged.
But I don't
Everybody
want her.
cares.
I don't
Even
want
if
her to
they,
be. Let's go ahead.
I was saying everyone cares about being judged, and that's basically what the issue is, judgment. And I don't think it's right. And I try not to let people, I try not to judge people, and I try not to let other people's judgments of me affect me. So that's something I personally work on. And I feel like a lot of our issues in life could be alleviated if we would all just do some self-reflection and stop judging ourselves and
But
judging each other.
but judgment is necessary. That's a necessary tool.
To keep you safe, I agree. It's a survival.
When your mother was raising you, did she not judge how you looked, how you acted?
She still does, yes.
Okay, you would not. Would you be the woman that you are today if your mother did not judge you?
That's a good question. I want to say yes and no.
Well, I'll say this. I would not be half the man I was today if my mother didn't judge me the way she did. If she let me just do what the hell I wanted to do because she said she didn't want to judge me, I'd be dead by now. I'd be a lost soul. Judgment is a necessary part of life. You don't judge people's sins. And I don't judge what people do. As far as whatever they do in their private life, that's between them and the Lord. But sometimes judgment is necessary. You have to say, you have to love, we have to love on each other enough to say, hey, I think you're doing this wrong, brother. I don't mean no disrespect. You better than that.
So what are you basing right and wrong off of?
I judge it off of a place of, if I'm in that person's situation, would I want somebody telling me the same thing? Would I appreciate
you
somebody?
coming up to someone saying that's wrong? How are you just determining what is right and what is wrong?
Oftentimes we already know we're wrong. That's why we get so upset when somebody tells us we are wrong, because we already know it to be true.
But what is wrong? Who determines what is right and what is wrong?
God Almighty.
So did God say you can't wear a bonnet out?
Yes. Yes.
What scripture is that?
Okay. I'll take you to the book of Genesis. Adam and Eve was hiding from God. Correct? You remember that part?
After they ate the fruit and realized they didn't have clothes on.
Right. They realized they was naked. God asked them, who told you you was naked?
Mm-hmm.
That meant right there, they weren't supposed to know that they was naked. God did not like them covering themselves. So if he don't want us to cover ourselves, why the hell you covering your hair that he gave you? That's a sin. That's a sin.
I love how you twist that. All right.
He gave you that. He gave you this beautiful set of hair, whatever texture, whatever it is, he gave it to you. Why would you cover it up? Why wouldn't you show God you appreciate it by having it out in whatever fashion you want to go?
The same way that other religions also believe in the book of Genesis, yet they have their women wear coverings.
They don't believe in, hold on, they don't believe in Christianity. That's a different thing. They don't believe in the Bible.
The first half of the Bible is not just exclusive to Christianity.
Those are Muslims that believe in covering the woman.
And they believe in the first half, like the Genesis part of the Bible. They believe.
Well, I haven't studied
where they
I haven't studied the Quran, but I do understand they have their woman covered up and adorned, as they call it.
Yeah, because they believe that. Yes, I'm telling you, there are different religions where they do believe in some of the.
But I don't practice that religion, so I can't speak on that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but I'm just saying that you can't. It's just funny.
And even if they do, and even if they do cover their heads up, they're not putting no damn bonnet on there.
Oh, because it's not a bonnet, because it's a hijab, it's okay. I
said African. Like I've seen African women with wraps; those are beautiful. I've seen people put those back in the day we used to call them with them where they put their braids in the little thing and wrap their head. Beautiful. Got no problem with that.
Head covering.
Yeah, the covering. I've got no problem with
There
that.
are multiple ways to cover your head.
Okay,
What's
cool.
wrong with the bonnet?
I said that's perfect. If you got to wrap your hair up and put a wrap on it, put whatever, a scarf, whatever. My great grandmother used to wear scarves. But to put a bonnet on your head, something that you wear to bed, and
Wear
you get
scarf
up
to
and
bed.
huh?
You could wear a scarf to bed. I could wear a baseball cap to bed.
I'm starting to believe you wear bonnets to bed. You love bonnets too much.
Oh, I do wear my bonnets to bed. I do. I have purple, orange, black. I think I have a black one. Yeah, I have multiple colors.
Have you asked?
To match my and I still wear granny pajamas.
I mean that's fine. But and I've seen women go out in public with pajamas on. We've seen this.
Yes.
So why do we keep acting like that's okay? That's my question.
But who says it's wrong?
So it's not wrong to wear pajamas out in public?
They're covered.
Oh my! That's time we stand off.
Your body is covered.
Oh my God!
Why is it wrong?
Because I told you God did not want us to cover our bodies.
Then why are you wearing that shirt?
Because in man-made world, that's not presentable.
So
it's illegal to walk outside naked.
All right. So why are you getting mad at me for wearing pajamas? That's my choice of covering.
I found this on the web.
If you want to wear pajamas, then God bless you. But
thank you. But yes, let them do it.
Do you have children, honey?
I do not.
Would you want your children to do that?
If it was a cute onesie, yeah, I would probably let them do it.
Not a onesie. Would you want?
Onesies are pajamas.
Well, wait a minute. I ain't talking about a baby. I'm talking about. Would you want your teenage daughter going outside with you, going to the mall with some pajamas and a bonnet on? And that's the irony of all this. They go clothes shopping with pajamas and bonnets on. So okay. Would you allow your daughter to do that?
Both at the same time? I don't know. That's just not what.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Okay. At the same time, no.
Okay, then. So if you wouldn't let your daughter do it, then why are you defending these other women for doing it?
Because if they want to do it, that's on them. Just because
if it's wrong for your daughter, it should be wrong for everybody.
No.
Wow.
Deontay, or I mean Max is telling me we have to go.
All right.
All righty. This was fun.
It was. I appreciate y'all calling in.
I hope to meet you in person.
All right.
All righty. Max, you want to say bye?
All right. Well. Lo, why you keep commenting? Why don't you call in? Call the show. You just saw they wasn't on video. They were just doing audio. You can do that. You got that option. And men cut their hair because women wanted them to cut their hair. See, my mama took me to get my hair cut. I didn't want to get it cut. And if you're a grown man walking around with pajamas on, you got mental illness. Something wrong with you. Well, why don't you call in? If anybody else gonna call in, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I really just wanted to talk about, like I said, it was what Monique said out of order. You know, I don't think it was out of order. I think we've gotten to a place where we don't want people to tell us anything anymore. And if they tell us anything, it's got to be to our specifications. They got to put a whole bunch of sugar in it, and not just tell us what we need to hear, tell us what's real. We settling for bullshit. We want to hear what sounds good and what feels good. And sometimes what sounds good and what feels good ain't the best thing for you. Sometimes you need some of that old school, hey, you need to get your thing together. But I mean, obviously, we live in a different world, and you know, people don't want to be told anything anymore. But I had fun with that conversation. I wasn't planning on it going this long, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and eat then. I just want to do a quick, I'm supposed to be quick and end up being over almost 2 hours. But if you watch it, we appreciate you watching it. We appreciate you checking in. Be sure to check in on Sunday. We'll be talking about Love Jones, the classic Love Jones. So if you haven't seen the movie, or if you need to brush up on it, go ahead and do that. It's on Netflix. And we'll be talking about how Love Jones parallels to today's dating in the Black love scene. So thank y'all, and we'll holler at you later.